What are your views on today's generation? Because it is widely believed that they believe in spendings rather than savings. So, what is your viewpoint on the current generation and their spending and saving habits?
So Bhavin, I think a very good question, and I think when we talk about like today's generation, right? And obviously, I believe to be like the current generation. So that's how I'll put it, right? So what I really believe is today's generation want to spend more on the experience part. They want to experience. They want to explore things.
One, two, three, four.
Hello everyone, here it is yet another episode of Community, and today guess what? We have someone from the financial sector. We have Vinit Agrawal in place. He is the associate director, as we all know. He is taking care of corporate finance team. So hi Vinit.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So how are you feeling today to be a part of Community?
Awesome, I think that's what we are always. I mean, as Collabera, we are always awesome. So this is like very exciting.
Super. Right. So let us start the journey of questions today. My first question, which is quite obvious, that what, according to you, what is the core quality do you see in a working professional should have, or I would say must have?
I think the core quality, Bhavin, as for me, any working professional should have is integrity. I mean, no questions. I mean, that's where when we say integrity, what does it mean is that a person is dependable, a person is trustworthy, right? And when we talk about integrity, it is not only about being honest to the things you do, but being honest to yourself, right? And once you being honest to yourself, you start owning things, you start doing things by your own, and that's where the passion comes in, that's where your liking comes in. And as we say, like love what you do. So if you do that, it becomes part of your life. So I think integrity is very important, and a person with this core value is very much into where he can bring in a positive environment. He can build strong relationships into the organizations, which are very core and important for any individual to grow or to get success in the life. So I think that's where
Correct. Very aptly and nicely you have put it, Vinit. You and your team, entire day, throughout all these years, you all deal with figures, right? Numerics. So at end of the day, when you unwind yourself, you go to home, you spend time with your family and all. So how do you make yourself fresh again and basically unwind yourself?
So yeah, I mean, for me specifically, Bhavin, I spend time with my family post a very hefty day. My wife being a working professional, we spend time together. We share how was our day, like what was the good thing about it, right? Probably we are also a punching bag for each other.
Correct.
So we kind of also say what goes wrong or what was not so good about it, and that's one thing, right? I also like to spend some time on watching something which is funny, right? I am like a comic kind of a thing, right?
Okay.
So I really believe that if you laugh, if you smile, that's where your entire exaggeration, your entire anxiety or the pressure that goes away. So that's how I unwind myself.
Correct. Okay. Now, coming to the younger generation part, this March ending and everything, there are quite a lot of deadlines about tax savings and everything. So, we all know, in fact, as a viewer and, myself as a host, we all wanted to know from the expert himself that, what are your views on today's generation? Because it is, widely believed that, they believe in spendings rather than savings. So what is your viewpoint on the current generation and their spending and saving habits?
So Bhavin, I think a very good question, and I think when we talk about like today's generation, right? And obviously, I believe to be like the current generation. So that's how I'll put it, right? What I really believe is today's generation want to spend more on the experience part. They want to experience, they want to explore things. That's where if you see, they want to travel, they want to experience new gadgets, they want to pursue their hobbies, right? So that's one part of it, right? They do spend more. But at the same point of time, I do believe that it's not only about that. They are also aware of the investment strategies, the savings, and thanks to the new internet era, or thanks to the availability of information, right? That's where it is there. So I will not say that it is only about spending. They are aware of the investment things also, and to the point that how do we make it more efficient is, you started your point with the March ending, right? I will rather put it that way. We should start from day one. So let's not sit in the March. Let's target, like sit in April, May of a year. Sit down, like it may take some time, or I certainly believe it is not like a very good, I mean, you will take so much of time for doing it, but if you really sit down and think about your financial goal and jot it down, right? So it will help you understand that what you want, what is your goals. And as we speak, right, it should be break down into short-term, long-term goals, and that's how you start planning things, right? And what you should do is that once you have a financial goals, right, what you want, say for example, you are a risk taker, so mutual funds are a very good investment strategy for you. But if you want to own a house at an early age, again, taking a new house again has a lot of tax incentives that comes along, right? So it really depends on what kind of financial goals you have, and how do you want to save things for you. Also, one thing I would put specifically is that of late we have seen that people have started not seeing so much value in the traditional way of investment, like PF or new NPS or PPF. I would say that it's not like that they really don't have a value, because obviously those are like the ones which have been there for long, and I am 100% sure it will be there again for a good period of time. So you need to have an adequate mix of investment, right? So you start investing in PF and PS also, wherein it helps you save tax at the initial stages of your life, but it will help you at the end of your retirement life. It will help you have those amounts saved for you, and you can do it.
According to you, what is the essence of leadership? For leadership, what is must? If you want to be a leader.
Yeah. So I'll say that I also learned this in the process of being a leader now, right? So I also so it is like you are. So I will quote a very funny example, may not match. It is about like Kiki Saas Mein Kabhi Bahu Thi, right? Okay. So you are also being right. You were also subordinate, and now you are a leader, right? So I think what really matters, Bhavin, is you have to. For a team, you have to give them a proper career path, right? And as a leader, what really means is the value. When I say value, it's about how you value people, how a person pursues being valued, right? That's very important. Second is the career path, and third is like again growing together, right? So as we speak, right, if you grow alone, your team may not stand by you, or you will grow alone, but you will be like, so you grow alone and you will be alone. That's what I believe. And if you grow together, you will be together in long term. So valuing people, giving them a better career path, and to grow together, to align their goals also along with yours is the essence of leadership for me.
Any expert tips for the budding, I would say freshers, or for the new joiners, who want to be a part of financial sector, who want to make career in finance and accounts, or I would say corporate finance?
So what I will say for any finance aspirant is right that as we speak, right, so finance is like dealing in figures, right, and what I meant with figures you all know, it's about the number, the data, right. So you need to understand it, right. So I really believe in the power of number, and once you start understanding the number, the data, how it impacts the organization, right, and you have to see it at a holistical level, right. It's not about that a particular report you are preparing, so you just focus on that report. You think that how is this particular report will also help me in other reports, which also help, which will affect or impact the other MIS, right. So it is very important to understand how it is impacting the your organization in different ways rather than just seeing it in one way. So if you do that, what helps or what it brings to you is you are able to connect dots and you are able to understand things better. You are able, so if a requirement changes, right, you are able to improvise promptly. You are able to improvise very quickly, and that helps save you time. That helps save you time for compiling things. So I believe that understanding the work you are doing, understanding what report you are working is very important, right?
Correct.
So that's how I put it.
Right. So Vinit, I'll ask in this fashion that like any other sector, be it IT or recruitment or you name it, right? So likewise, the financial sector is also evolving on a daily basis, right? So how do you upkeep yourself and how do you make yourself aware about regular changes in the rules and regulation, financial practices, bylaws, and everything, right?
Yeah.
So how do you upkeep your knowledge?
So a very relevant question, Bhavin, and obviously being into a very core finance profile or into a finance function, you need to upkeep yourself. I mean, that's very much. Otherwise, you cannot match with the speed, right? What I do is like it's more about like I've subscribed to many of the daily financial newsletters, right? So I keep on reading things, and I spend like initial 30 minutes of my day into understanding what is the new, and if something is there, how does it impact my job, how does it impact our organization. And at the same point of time, I do attend certain seminars, I do attend financial conferences,
Correct.
right, which help me keep updated. And the third thing which I do to keep myself updated is to interact with the like-minded people, to interact with my friends in the industry, to interact with our consultants, right, who are kind of on a day-to-day basis what they are doing new, what best practices we can bring for our organization. So that's how I keep myself updated.
Okay. So Vinit, how has been your journey so far in all these years? If we want to say that hey, just go into the down memory lane for a moment, and if you look back, how was your overall professional journey in all these years? So
there is a very specific or peculiar thing about it, right? So I started my career with a big MNC company, and being a chartered accountant, I quit that and I wanted to start my own practice, right?
Okay.
So I also had an experience, a very short experience on that, but then somehow I felt like that no, I am apt for more into the industry, and then I again kind of started my career. And through all this 10 plus years, Bhavin, it has been a very value adding time spent I have spent, right? It has added value in me in terms of a person, right? And I have been into a different roles in the finance, but yeah, I have been into the finance being a chartered accountant by profession. I have that passion of being into the finance, and I have been into a different roles in the finance field itself, right from like a different role of starting with the controller to doing something at a group level, to then heading a finance team of like-minded people for an IT giant like us, right? So it has been very amazing journey. As an individual, I have grown a lot, and I really believe that once you start following your passion, right, and if you start loving what you do, as I said earlier, everything falls in place. So that's how.
It's so lovely answer, Vinit, and it's great to know your journey. So here we go, Vinit. The most interesting part of entire show, that is rapid fire round. The only condition of this particular round is the answer should be one word only and not elaborated one.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So are you ready for that?
Yeah.
What is the most loved thing about Collabera according to you?
It's culture. It's contagious.
About Vadodara. For Vadodara, what comes in your mind, the first word?
Love. Because I found my better half here.
Okay.
And I also found my another better half here where we are sitting together.
I'm very sure that you must be foodie.
100%.
Right.
100%.
So your favorite food?
Being a Marwadi, I love dal bati. But if you want to offer something else, I'm okay.
Can you suggest our viewers any particular place which you loved in Baroda?
I love Secret Kitchen in specific. It's a lovely restaurant and the food is like amazing. It's delicious.
Your favorite pastime when you are absolutely free in weekend or so?
I love to watch suspense thriller and I'm hooked like anything.
Cricket or football?
Cricket.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Future of India?
Being leader in whatever we do, and I'm absolutely very sure about it. We will be like leader in whatever we are doing.
One word, or I would say, one liner advice for all new joiners in Collabera.
Stay together, right? Stay for time, and if you stay with us, the growth is going to be there. That's how. So one liner, if I put it that way, is just like stay with us.
Great. So stability matters.
Stability matters. Yes.
Superb. So you have been great, Vinit. I must say, it was flawless, and we all are very, very sure that today our viewers have equally enjoyed the show of community, today's episode in particular, and we are towards the end of the show. Right? Any thoughts which are coming in your mind which you want to convey? Probably,
I loved it. I think I loved it, and it was amazing experience for me as well, Bhavin. And if this episode helps anyone, that's like a cherry on the top.
We are sure on that.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.